Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name's Stone Rain Productions, but please feel free to call me SRP if you'd like. And today I wanted to try something a little bit different. Definitely have seen Palpatine Yellow in the past, but I haven't seen Palpatine Yellow Force ever. So I figured I'd give this a shot and see how it works. And I was actually surprised it's not so bad. It's actually decent, and I definitely recommend it. So let's jump in like we always do with our leader and kind of go from there. There's some things that we need to do because we're playing Palp-like ramp, so we'll address everything. First off, as mentioned, we're playing Emperor Palpatine from set 1, kind of the last chance to brew with him since rotation will be coming up in March. But Palpatine is command villainy, has an action of 1 exhaust, defeat a friendly unit, deal 1 damage to a unit, and draw a card. And there's reasons why we want to do this. Primarily, this is for the backside of him, but we can also get some value off of him as well too. His backside is he flips on 8, and when he deploys, you take control of a damaged unit that an opponent controls. I forget the exact wording, but it's like an opposing unit that's damaged. So one of the most devastating leader flips in the game for sure. And we're pairing it with Crystal Caves, which is just the Yellow Force base here. When a friendly unit attacks, we get the Force token. And that's pretty much what we're going with on this. Now our units. We've got 1 copy of ISB Agent. I like that it can ping a shield off if it needs to. It's a 1/3 for 1. It's not terrible, but when it's played, you get to reveal an event from your hand, and if you do, we get to deal damage to a unit. So it comes in handy with knocking a shield off. Then we've got 3 copies of Salacious Crumb, just because this is similar to ISB, but it's not as conditional. We don't have to reveal anything. It's a 1 cost, 1/3. When played, we get to heal 1 damage from your base, and we have an action where we can return this unit to owner's hand and deal 1 damage to a brown unit. So just another way to kind of help enable the Palpatine flip. So it's pretty good. We've got 3 copies of Aurra Sing, which I think is one of the better 2-drops in the game. 2 cost, 1/4 with hidden in raid 2. Pretty effective card. We've got 2 copies of Bazine. I was actually considering cutting the Bazine, but I think it's probably a good hedge to keep a couple of them in here for now. It's a 2 cost, 1/3. When played, you get to look at an opponent's hand, and you may discard one of those cards. If you do, that player discards, or that they have to discard that card, and then they get to draw a card. This also has Smuggle for 4, so you can flip it for 4 out of your resource row. We've got 3 copies of Mysterious Hermit, another Force unit that we can get the Force token with. It's just a 1/4 with ambush, just a good way to take out the 1 HP units. And it's also a Force, so we get the Force with it. We've got 3 copies of No Good to Me Dead, just a classic from set 1, 2 cost event, exhaust a unit. That unit can't ready this round, so including during the regroup phase, so it exhausts it and then the next turn it can't ready. So pretty great card, good way of keeping early cards down. We've got 2 copies of Sneak Attack in here. This is going to come up a little bit later, but we can do something like a Sneak Attack on a Super Laser. One of the nice things is just either with a Vader or Reinforcement Walker later, but 2 cost event, play a unit from your hand. It costs 3 less and enters play ready. At the start of the regroup phase, defeat it. Just a way to cheat something into play and get it to go off. We've got 3 copies of Contracted Hunter, 3 cost, 4/4 with ambush, and when the regroup phase starts, you have to defeat this unit. Usually we just want to take out something that's got 4 health, and this is great at doing it. If it goes away, that's fine. We can actually, if we have 4 resources, we can play this, smash into something. If it's still alive, we can sacrifice it with Palpatine, deal an extra damage to something else, and draw a card. So it's pretty good in that way. We've got 3 copies of Darth Treya in here as well too. 3 cost, 2/3 on attack. You may ready a non-unit leader. Just another good way to ready your Palpatine again to get more out of them. It's a 2/5 as well, so it's pretty sturdy, and it's another force unit. Speaking of force units, we've got 3 copies of Shinhati, 3 cost 4/2, hidden, shielded. Just a good solid force unit, and turn 2 is always good to have 4/2 with shielded and hidden. So just remember, it can't be attacked turn it comes into play. The next 2 cards are pretty standard. 3 copies of Super Laser Tech, 3 cost 2/1. When defeated, you can put this unit into play as a resource and ready it, and then resupplies a 3 cost event. Put this event into play as a resource. Just ways to jump the curve on resources. We've also got 4 copies of Darth Tyrannus. I'm sorry, 3 copies of Darth Tyrannus. I'm looking at the cost. It's a 4/3 shielded with ambush, and it says while the force is with you, this unit gains ambush. So all you have to do is have the force token for this to gain ambush, which shouldn't be a problem with this deck for the most part. And the way the shielding and shielded rule changed is pretty great. So you can go in and attack something if it's got 2 or less attack. You can deal damage first, then put the shield on it. So it's a pretty versatile unit. We've got 3 copies of Legacy Run. It's 5 cost, 3/3 in space, and when defeated, you get to deal 6 damage divided as you choose among enemy units. It's pretty handy with Palpatine. Just a good way to clear your opponent's units out of the way. Pretty great card. We've got 2 copies of Liberated by Darkness, and Palp likes to use steel effects anyway, so this is just a less expensive change of heart. But it relies on the Force, so I wanted to just go with 2 copies of that. It's a 5 cost, and it says use the Force. If you do, take control of a non-leader unit. At the start of the regroup phase, the owner takes control of it. So just a good way to temporarily steal a unit, and then we can use Palpatine to sacrifice it and defeat it. We've got 2 copies of Traitorous. This is just a 5 cost upgrade, and it says when this leader becomes attached to a non-leader unit that costs 3 or less, take control of that unit. When this upgrade becomes unattached from a unit, that unit's owner takes control of it. Just a good way to steal something that's pesky, and we can also sacrifice it with Palpatine as well. We've got 3 copies of Change of Heart. We already mentioned that. 6 cost. We get to take control of a non-leader unit, and at the start of the regroup phase, its owner takes control of it. We're going to be sacrificing this, so most likely they're never going to get it back anyway, or we're going to run it into something else that our opponent controls. We've got 1 copy of Darth Nihilus. Really like this card quite a bit. It's a Force unit. 7 cost, 6/6. When played and on attack, deal 3 damage to a unit with the least remaining HP among other units. If multiple units are tied, choose one. If it's a non-vehicle unit, give an experience token to this unit. So pretty great. You can grow it. We've got 2 copies of Darth Vader. 7 cost, 5/7 with ambush. When played, we get to search the top 10 cards of our deck for any number of villainy cards with a combined cost of 3 or less and put them into play for free. Pretty great way to kind of catch up on the board or get extra units into play. 2 copies of Reinforcement Walker. This is great with sneak attack for sure, or even something like the Devastator. But 8 cost, 6/9. Nice. When played or on attack, look at the top card of your deck. Either draw that card or discard it, and heal 3 damage from your base. So we can either get an extra card or heal 3 damage, depending on how we're doing for health. And finally, in the main deck, we've got 2 copies of Devastator. It's a 10 cost, 10/10 Sentinel with Overwhelm, and when played, you may deal damage to a unit equal to the number of resources you control. Just a good way to shoot something that's big that's giving you a problem. I do have a cursory sideboard here. It's not really written in stone, but 2 copies of Confiscate is a way to defeat an upgrade. Arrest is a good way to temporarily get something out of play. This means that your base will capture the unit in question, so if there's anything attached to it, those all fall off, especially like experience or shields or things like that. Bamboozle, 2 cost, or you can discard a cunning card. instead of paying this cost, and then you get to exhaust the unit and return all upgrades to its owner's hand on that. We've got 1 copy of Garandin. I was going to go a little bit more, but I think 1's probably fine. We've got 2 Bazines in the deck too, but 2 cost 1/3. When played, name a card, look at an opponent's hand, and discard a card from it. It's got plot, so we can flip this when Palp flips as well too, but we just have to know a card in our opponent's hand. Sometimes we'll get that information, but it's not super easy with this deck, and that's why I wanted to go with 1. 2 copies of Palp's Return, just an easy way to return something big late in the game. And for control decks, we've got a copy of Relentless. And yeah, that's the Palpatine Yellow Force deck. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's, I'd say it's like a tier 2, maybe 2.5, but it's a lot of fun, and I think it can be tuned to perform a little bit better. This is my first version of it, and I've been having fun with it. So definitely hope that you give it a try. Did want to say thanks so much for the support that you guys have been giving me as well too. Really appreciate it. We just hit 110 subscribers, so that's really big. So if you haven't subscribed already, definitely please like and subscribe. Really helps out quite a bit. And other than that, just want to say happy holidays to you guys. Hope it's going well for you. And may the Force be with you, my friends. Be well. Take care.